Have you ever felt guilty for saying no? Let me stop you right there. You don't owe anyone your energy. Hey, my loves, it's Scarlett, and today we're talking about something that has been swirling around me lately. The guilt we carry for setting boundaries. That little tug in your chest when you want to say no, but end up saying yes anyway. Or the way that your brain tells you you're being selfish for protecting your own time. Yeah, we're diving into that today. Most of us were trained from a young age to be polite, agreeable, accommodating. You know the drill. Be nice. Don't be difficult. Don't rock the boat. Share with the other kids. Say thank you. Smile pretty. It's like we were in this never-ending charm school that none of us actually signed up for. And somewhere along the way, we learned that saying yes made us likable, lovable, easier to be around, the good kid, the good friend, the reliable one. And saying no, well, that got you branded as difficult, moody, or, my personal favorite, selfish. Like, having limits makes you some kind of villain in someone else's bedtime story. I'll be real with you. I've fallen for that guilt trap more times than I can count. One memory sticks out. There was a week where I was already running on fumes. I had nothing left. Like, my idea of self-care was laying on the couch, staring at the ceiling, because even turning on Netflix was too much effort. But someone asked me for a favor. And what did I do? Did I protect my energy? Did I politely decline? No, of course not. I slapped on my Scarlett can do it mask and said, sure, no problem. But it was a problem because afterward, I felt empty. You ever handed someone the last cookie in the jar and then you're left staring at the empty jar, wondering why you're still hungry? Well, that's exactly what it felt like. I gave away what I didn't even have, and the cost was all on me. And here's the kicker. The guilt, it didn't even stop once I said yes. Nope, that guilt shifted. First it was, you'll disappoint them if you say no. And then it became, well, you said yes, so you'd better not complain about it. That guilt, that voice in your head, that's not truth. That's conditioning. It's a script someone else wrote for us. And we've been performing it for so long that we forget we can walk off stage. So here's what I want you to do. Pause for just a second. Take a deep breath with me. And then think about the last time you said yes when your whole entire body was screaming no. What was it? A favor? An invite? Even just answering a message when you wanted to throw your phone in a drawer and forget that it existed. How did you feel in your body afterwards? Was it a heaviness in your chest? That tight, clenched jaw? Maybe your shoulders creeping up towards your ears like you're turning into a turtle. Or maybe, and let's be honest here, maybe you felt resentful, even though you did the right thing. Just notice it, because that's the guilt trap in action. And once you start noticing it, that's when you can start climbing out. Okay, so now that we've named the guilt trap, let's talk about why saying no feels like climbing a mountain barefoot. Spoiler, it's not because you're weak. It's not because you're broken. It's because most of us were literally trained to feel this way. Think about it. Growing up, how many times did you hear, "Don't be rude, be nice, don't hurt their feelings"? Or maybe you had that one adult in your life who made you feel like their happiness was your responsibility. Like, if you didn't agree, if you didn't go along with it, suddenly you were the problem. That stuff sticks. It burrows into our nervous system until saying no feels like setting off an alarm. For me, I can remember being a kid and realizing that if I said yes, things were smooth. No arguments, no tension, no icy silence. But if I said no, whew, suddenly it was drama central. So I learned early, keep the peace, say yes, sacrifice a little piece of yourself if that's what it takes. Now, fast forward to adulthood, and that pattern doesn't magically disappear. It just upgrades its costume. Now it looks like saying yes to extra work when you're already drowning, or agreeing to social plans when your body is begging you to stay home, or answering texts at midnight because you don't want someone to think that you're ignoring them. And here's the hard truth. Every yes you give when you don't mean it is actually a no to yourself, a no to your rest, a no to your boundaries, a no to your own damn peace. And that's why it feels so hard, because we're literally wired to equate no with conflict, rejection, or guilt. Your brain's like, warning, you're about to lose love and safety. Even though the reality is, saying no is the most loving thing you can do for yourself. So here's your reflection moment. Think about one situation where you struggle the most with saying no. Is it at work? With family? With friends? Maybe with yourself. Like when you agree to one more task on your to-do list, even though you know you're just fried. Just pick one. And ask yourself, who taught me that I had to earn love or respect by always saying yes? That's where the healing starts. All right, so we've named the guilt. We've pulled back the curtain on why it feels so damn hard. Now, let's talk about the good stuff. Reclaiming your energy. Because here's the truth. Every single time you say no, you're actually saying yes to something bigger. Think about it. Saying no to an invite might be saying yes to rest. Saying no to someone else's drama might be saying yes to your peace. Saying no to overcommitting might be saying yes to doing one thing really well instead of 10 things halfway. Here's the reframe that changed everything for me. Your no is not rejection. It's redirection. You're not shutting people out. You're simply redirecting your time and energy where it belongs. And here's the kicker. The people who love you, the ones who are really in your corner, they're not going to be mad about it. They might be surprised at first if you've been a lifelong yes person, but the ones who truly care, they'll get it. They'll adapt. They might even respect you more. Let me share something. I remember the first time I flat out said no to plans without over-explaining. I didn't give a 3-paragraph essay about why I was tired or what I had going on. I just said, no, I can't tonight. And then I sat there, phone in hand, heart racing, waiting for the backlash that never came. The world didn't end. My friend didn't hate me. Nobody stormed my house with pitchforks. All that happened was that I got to curl up on the couch with my dogs and actually rest. And it was glorious. So here's the experiment for you. Next time you feel that pressure to say yes, pause. Put your hand on your chest, take a breath, and ask, if I say yes to this right now, what am I saying no to? If the cost feels too high, that's your sign. Because here's the thing, my loves. You don't owe anyone your energy. Not your boss, not your family, not your friends, not the internet strangers sliding into your DMs. Your energy is sacred, and learning to guard it isn't selfish. It's survival. It's sovereignty. It's self-love in action. Okay, so now you might be thinking, all right, Scarlett, easier said than done. How do I actually say no without sounding like a total jerk? Don't worry, I've got you. Let's build a little toolkit, some ready-to-go phrases, and mindset shifts that make this easier to protect your peace. First off, keep it short and simple. You don't need a TED Talk every time you say no. In fact, over-explaining usually makes it worse because it invites debate. Try something like, I can't make it, but thank you for thinking of me. That's just not going to work for me right now. I don't have the capacity for that. See, short, kind, and clear. Replace guilt with gratitude. If it feels too sharp to say no, soften it with thanks. For example, thank you so much for the invite. I'm going to pass this time. I appreciate you asking me, but I'm not able to take that on. That way, you're still affirming the other person without sacrificing yourself. Use the pause before yes. This one is life-changing. Before you say yes to anything, give yourself space. Say, let me check my schedule and get back to you. Or, I need to think about that before I commit. The pause keeps you from agreeing while on autopilot. Remember, it's not personal. Your no is about your energy, not their worth. If someone takes it personally, that's their reaction to manage, not your responsibility to fix. The people who really value you will adjust. Practice with low stakes no's. You don't have to start with the big scary ones. Practice saying no in small ways. Turning down a free sample you don't want. Declining a survey. Or even saying no to yourself when you're tempted to scroll instead of rest. It builds the muscle. And here's the reframe that I want you to take with you. Every time you say no, you are protecting the version of yourself that needs you most. The tired version. The overwhelmed version. The version who just wants one night of peace. That's who you're guarding when you say no. All right, my loves. We've done the deep dive. We've seen the guilt trap, unpacked why saying no feels so hard, and given ourselves permission and the tools to protect our energy. So let's anchor that today. Repeat after me, or just let these words sink into your bones. My energy is mine to protect. I don't owe anyone access to me. Every no I give makes space for a stronger yes. My boundaries are sacred. I choose where my light shines. Feel that? That's your power sparking up. That's the part of you that finally remembers you don't have to give away your fire to make others feel warm. Now here's the part where I ask for a little love in return, because we're building this little special corner of the internet together. If this episode resonated with you, hit that like button. Share it with a friend who needs to hear it. Or if you haven't yet, follow or subscribe so you don't miss future episodes. It really helps grow the show, and honestly, it keeps me motivated to keep creating these heart-to-heart sessions for you. One last thing before we go. Remember, saying no is sacred. Protecting your energy is magic. You are worthy of every ounce of love and care you give yourself. Thank you for letting me sit with you today, my loves. Until next time, keep your shadows close and your spirit even closer.